What's up, y'all? Live from the Green Room is now on Patreon. That's right. Go to patreon.com/live from the Green Room and subscribe and get content nobody else can see, nobody else can hear. Peace. Let's start with Joe Fox. We're going to jump right into that. What was it called again? What awards?
The BAFTA Awards.
BAFTA. What does BAFTA mean?
The British Academy of Arts and Television.
British Academy of Film and Television Awards?
Yeah, Television Awards.
Okay.
So it's their Oscars.
Oh, it's the equivalent of the Oscars.
Yeah, like an Oscar for film and television.
I didn't know that. So the BAFTA is the European Oscars.
Mm-hmm.
Nice to know. I did not know that. And I'm sure you didn't know that either, so don't look at me like that. Okay, go.
So the first award of the night was...
it was the first award of the night.
Yeah.
Start.
Got it off popping.
We're off and running to the races.
Go. Sorry to cut you off.
Michael B. Jordan, Delroy Lindo, the stars of Sinners. Dope ass movie.
I am very familiar with them.
So they got them to present the first award, I think like for visual effects or something like that. As they were presenting, someone in the audience yelled the N-word. And this person was there, his name was John Davidson, and he was there because a film that he inspired was up for an award.
Okay.
So the inspiration for the movie, that's why he was there. It was called I Swear.
His movie was I Swear.
His movie was called I Swear, and it's about his life having Tourette syndrome. So he was taken out in the show, and when it got to Michael B. Jordan and Delroy Lindo, the N-word came out. The N-word and the B-word came out. Okay, so that happened, and they handled it, and they just went on. They didn't cut it out of the broadcast because it's taped like this.
It's a little delay.
There's a little delay.
Slight delay.
But they kept that part in. And there was another guy towards the end of the awards. He got an award and said, Free Palestine.
And they cut that
out.
And
they cut that out. So, can't cut out the N-word? He said a whole phrase. This dude yelling out random.
What are your thoughts on that?
My thoughts are, it's unfortunate that he has Tourette syndrome. But me personally, I wouldn't give him a pass because it was two black dudes, two black men up there, and his disability, whatever that is,
it's Tourette's.
Tourette's. But it's a disability that he's using, or people are using as a shield.
You think he's faking Tourette's?
No, I said as a shield. I'm sorry, I have Tourette's. He does. I don't know the conditions. There's different flavors of Tourette's. You do your own research on that.
There's been a lot of celebs under fire for saying that he knew what he was doing, or not giving him an excuse, or not saying that Tourette's is not an excuse. Like Jamie Foxx was one of the people that was under fire for saying he meant that shit.
He meant that shit.
He knew what he was saying.
Look, it's a racially charged word. It's a racial slur on a world stage, and he gets a pass for that. No.
I know somebody who has Tourette's.
Okay.
Sam Comro.
Sam Comro.
Yeah.
It's funny. Go. Sorry.
Yeah, who's we used to do work a lot. Me, him, and Boogie used to do a show together.
Yeah, shout out to Sam.
I for some reason I haven't spoken to Sam since. Like he act like he forgot that part of his life once he got on America's Got Talent. So Sam, if you watching this, nigga, stop acting funny and pick up the phone.
You know what's funny? I used to do a bit about Sam Conroe.
Really?
I had a whole bit that I would do on stage when he was not there, or if he was there, about the comedian with Tourette's. Because I was like, yo, this is the hardest shit in the world to do when you could speak clearly. So to have Tourette's and do stand-up, and I would be like, yo, there's a comedian in LA. His name is Sam Conroe. He does stand-up and he has full-blown Tourette's. Yo, you know how hard it is to tell a bit and just get to all of the points you want to make without throwing a random word in it? So my mother woke me up the day, bitch, you're like, yo, how can you tell a joke like that? But this motherfucker does it, so kudos to him. I would give him props. The bit was about giving him props. But, okay, what do I want to say here?
Well, hold on.
Go.
Well, what Sam was saying, he
spoke on it?
He spoke on it. He wasn't taken up for him, but he had sympathy and was showing empathy for him because he has the same disability. And he was like, so you mean to tell me that somebody who worked this hard to get to this point of his life will just blatantly yell out something like that at this big platform? I just don't see that happening. You know what I mean? Like, you're really
diminishing.
Yeah, diminishing the disability and the abilities that you have with the disabilities and what the disability does to you. You know what I mean? And he's saying if you don't have it, you won't know and you won't understand because you're not in that position.
Well, I mean, we know Sam. Shout out to him. As a fellow comrade in comedy. Yeah, we get that. You're entitled. He's entitled to that. Yeah. However, you have two black people up there, and that is directly associated. It's like Tourette's doesn't make you racist. It doesn't make you a bigot, but it does make you have an outburst like that. But it wasn't so random when two black dudes got up there. So there's you bear some responsibility for you doing it, but how you atone for it or apologize for it, the whole thing should have been handled a little with more grace. Meaning, does that make sense? Like I'm not trying to say that he's fucked up because he has Tourette syndrome. I'm saying it's fucked up because he said nigga with two black people up there. So that's what I'm saying.
Two black guys.
Okay.
So, like, it's not for me to give him a pass or not, but if it were for me, I wouldn't.
Okay. Giving him a pass or not, I'm not. I haven't made a decision on that yet. I will say that I feel like Tourette's is like you be out with your mother and she'll say you talking loud, she'll go use your indoor voice.
Mm-hmm.
Like use your indoor voice.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like Tourette's is like your inside thoughts. And the disability is you can't keep your inside thoughts in. That is a disability. Right? You can walk down the street and see somebody, and you and me can walk down the street and be like,
she got a fat ass.
But Tourette's is ass. Like you can't keep your inside thoughts in. So I feel like he's sitting there. There's two black dudes on stage. His inner thought is like, please. He's probably fighting that shit. Like, like he couldn't keep his inside thought in.
However,
wait. Hold up. I think you said Sam Conroe said it. We don't understand the disability.
Of course.
We are sitting here as three healthy men, black men, that are like, yo, for anybody that's not a person of color to say it, it's foul. That's just the rule we have that is established from each side of the world, all around the globe. If you're not a person of color and you say it, you don't have a pass.
Right.
That's just the rule. You know what I'm saying? So we sitting here as three black men like, yo, that's fucked up. But we don't understand the disability. Giving him a pass, not saying I am.
Not necessarily,
not
right.
saying I am, but we don't understand the disability. The bigger issue, here's the shit I'm bugging out like people like, why y'all not talking about that? A dude with a disability a person with a disability can and can't do certain things, right? Any disability. Any disability. If you have any whatever, from lupus to whatever, you can and cannot do certain things that a normal human being can do, right? Or a person without the disability can do, right? This is facts.
You can say that.
So that guy having a disability, like, bruh, he's at a disadvantage. I get that. Why is everybody, and I get it, because black people are like coming out in droves and speaking out, you know. But the bigger issue, to me, the bigger issue is they could have cut it. They cut Free Palestine, but they didn't cut nigger. The bigger issue is this is the European Oscars, right? You just said it's the British Oscars, the equivalent of the Oscars. So on that gigantic of a stage, that large of a platform, y'all saw fit to say scrap Free Palestine, but sat back and said, "No, you can say nigga."
Yeah, and
that's the bigger issue to me.
That would be my next thing to say.
A handicapped person doing something, I'm not as offended by a handicapped person doing something as I am the functioning people that were there letting that shit slide. Yeah. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah,
that's a big issue.
Mr. Brother Delroy Lindo said that nobody came up to them and said, "We're sorry." It was like too late. I think they eventually did, but in the moment, after the awards and they made the presentation, no one came up to them and said, "Hey man, I was gonna edit it out."
You don't get me started on nobody coming up to somebody.
Well,
so get me started on that.
So you know that there are deciders up here. So that's
the bigger issue. People up there that's calling the camera shots and all that, they didn't do anything. That's the bigger issue.
They could have handled that a whole lot.
Y'all mad at a handicapped person?
Well, he a grown man. He has the disability. It can be managed. I will say he did leave. But however he's handling that, he has to handle that on his own. However, he's still responsible. I personally just wouldn't give him a pass. He could have went like that.
Well, here's the thing. Here's another thing. Here's another thing. If I had Tourette's, good Lord willing, I was born. Good Lord, thank the good Lord, I was born being healthy, bouncing baby boy. If I had Tourette's, I would not go to the short people, the tiny people convention, because I'm pretty sure I'm going to yell out midget.
Yeah.
If I had Tourette's, I probably wouldn't go to my 600-pound life rap party.
Oh.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If I had, I'd be like, so I know he was nominated for an award, but him being nominated, should the thought have been, man, I don't really want to go in there and say some crazy shit because I can't control it. Yeah. So I'm so happy I'm nominated, but I'm just gonna be like, not saying he knew he was gonna say nigga, because I don't think he knew he was gonna say nigga.
Oh, he didn't think no niggas was gonna be there?
No,
I don't know how the disease works. How the disability work.
The height of ignorance is making a joke of something when you don't understand what somebody's saying. Mm-hmm. I'm not saying he was saying I'm not gonna go because black people are there. Of course he knew black people were gonna be there. Mm-hmm. But if he thought there might be he might, because this is involuntary, I might say the wrong thing to anybody. Maybe I should stay home and not ruin the fucking Oscars.
Okay, here's what I say to that. He shouldn't have to do that. He shouldn't. I'm just saying.
Well, he shouldn't have to do that. He shouldn't be blamed for something involuntary that happened.
But
so you can't play both sides of the fence. He can't be blamed for saying nigga if he shouldn't be blamed for.
Go ahead.
You say he shouldn't be blamed for what I just said, but he should be blamed for saying nigga?
No, I didn't say
it's just as involuntary.
I'm saying whatever disability that you have, it should not limit you from being out in public, or let alone accept your, be recognized for your inspiration.
Okay, but if your disability causes you to do that, you should be blamed for that though.
You should be accountable. You should be aware. It sounds like
you can't play both sides of the fence.
I'm playing.
You can't be on both sides of the fence.
I'm playing. But okay, I'll play this. I'm a black man. I'm offended that any black man on a world stage like that is called nigga. So no pass.
Okay.
So I can leave it like that.
You can't leave it like that, but you just said he shouldn't be blamed for his disability. How can he not be blamed for his disability? But I get being black, nigga. I was black since I was born. I didn't just get this.
I understand that. I shouldn't have to be a psychologist and know all of neurological dysfunctions to not be offended.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Yeah. It's just one of them things where
it's unfortunate.
Like it ain't me saying, hey, you got a pass or you don't have a pass, but it's me having empathy for a human being with a disability, and what it would do for me, it will help me or to do more research to learn more about that disability, to see what causes it and what is it about. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Because I just can't really see nobody just saying, hey, this is going to be my point in time to shine, and just yell out nigga in the middle of an award show just to get it off. You know what I mean? Well, and like I said, this is not me. I'm with you. I'm not necessarily giving him a pass, but I understand, my man got a disability. And me knowing someone with that disability, mm-hmm. and listening to how he explained it on his Instagram page, I'm more apt to listen to someone like him who has it and who deals with it and who's been around people that has it, to kind of learn and be like, okay, I get that point.
Okay, I understand what you're saying, but as long as black people have been in this country taking all types of derogatory, dehumanizing, debilitating treatment, it doesn't make a good case for anybody, despite whatever their reason is for disrespecting us. It's an appropriate.
It doesn't feel good.
It doesn't feel good. It was the inappropriate thing. It's linked to his disability. I get that. It doesn't make the hurt any less.
Yeah, I mean, we never said that it is not going to make us feel bad. Okay. That's not the point. I mean, there's people with mental health disabilities every day that hurt people. You know what I mean?
Well, there was a dude, I think, it was like in the Bronx or in New York somewhere. It was a, mentally challenged someone who was yelling at himself, and he wasn't harming anybody, just the ears and sensibilities of people behind him. And some guy came up and choked the shit out of him, and
what was the subway or something?
Yeah, it was on the subway.
Daniel Perry, was it?
Whatever his name is, he got
the guy that got choked to death.
Yeah, he got choked. I was like, so black dude, mental illness, a disability.
but there are different disabilities. There are different levels of disabilities, and there are different levels of threat per your disability.
Okay.
That's a totally different scenario.
It is a different
Rest in peace
scenario.
to the homie that got choked out, but he was
Mm-hmm.
on a subway, crowded subway, yelling and screaming. 30, 40, 50 people scared to death on that subway. They don't know it's a disability and he's not going to do anything.
It could have been Tourette's.
No, it wasn't Tourette's, Fox. Tourette's looks totally different than that. But anyway, you want to be funny. Anyway, if you sitting there on the subway, going to work, old lady going home, the screaming and the volume and the pacing back and forth is way more dangerous and appears way more dangerous than someone with Tourette's. Mm-hmm. I've seen people with Tourette's. We've been around people with Tourette's. They're not threatening. You don't feel like, oh shit, I got to get out of here. I fear for my life.